Are you ready? We're live.
You're 2 minutes late.
Well, I can't really help that too much. Let's see if how big this delay is.
I don't know. It's still.
Oh, you know
there.
what?
Oh,
I
look.
didn't.
I got notified.
That's good. I did too, but I didn't. I forgot to do one thing. I didn't share it on.
There we are.
I forgot to do one thing. You gotta turn a YouTube down.
I am.
Shame on you.
Well, let you turn it down until you start talking.
I know, isn't that funny?
I already liked the video.
Okay, you too. Okay, this is not an example of fake friends. This is an example of real friends.
Oh, gosh.
Oh, we are in trouble.
We are. It's the blue moon effect.
I think it's just life in general these days. Because it looked like our numbers were up again.
Yeah.
So I was listening to something earlier today that kind of also prompted me to want to talk about this topic. But the person was talking about why people lie, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I think it kind of plays into fake people and fake friends too. Yes, Lemon, I understand, but you don't want to go out there.
Who's in the chair?
That's Gizmo's behind that you're seeing. I mean,
okay.
I can fix that. Let's see.
No, I just wondered because it kind of looked like lemon.
See him now?
Yeah. It just looked a little like lemon's color there.
No. Anyway, I don't know. I think there's a whole lot of things that kind of meld into this, but I don't know. I kind of got into a tizzy about it, so I thought we'd talk about it.
A tizzy, huh?
A tizzy. Have you never heard that term before?
Oh, I've heard it many a time.
You say all kinds of crazy things.
That's almost like an Ohio thing. A tizzy.
Really? Because my mom uses it, so that's probably where I got it from. Well, I think they're in there barking at my husband, who's supposed to be sleeping.
Oh, Gizmo's interested.
Gizmo's interested in whatever they're doing.
Mm-hmm.
He's just listening intently because he's not moving.
He moved a little.
So, I guess since you're here from the get-go, I'll ask you, have you ever had any fake friends? Or, you know.
Yeah.
Come on now.
Over the years, yeah. I have how should I put this? I have stopped putting up with it. They're just gone. Because if they don't like who you are and you find out they're talking about you behind your back, which I really hate.
Right.
That's it.
So, what do you constitute like? Okay. So you say talking behind your back, but sometimes
that was just an instance.
No, I know, but sometimes. I mean, like for instance, we talk behind about our husbands behind their backs, but it doesn't mean we're fake friends to them, right? So,
I hope not.
You know what I mean?
Guilty.
So I mean, surely it happens with other friends sometimes because people are,
well,
they're different from each other. Hi, Lisa.
Hello. Okay, so I've shared on my community, so
thank you. That was very nice of you.
No, it's all good. So hopefully, fingers crossed.
So I just asked Lori if she ever had any fake friends. So I'll ask you the same question. Have you ever had any fake friends?
Oh,
in your life?
Okay, so I don't know. What do you mean by fake?
Okay, well, so somebody you thought was your friend, but turns out maybe they were playing you, or they were
Yes,
using you,
yes,
or
yes, I have. Yes, yes, I have. I've had a couple actually. And I wrote the first one was about 12, 15 years ago, where I had to say goodbye. I had to. It was just ridiculous. It was not good. But yes, no, I definitely have. Yes, I have. How about you?
how about me?
Mhm.
No,
You haven't. Oh, seriously, you haven't.
well, you have to understand. I am very particular about people that I call friends.
Oh, I'm not.
So I
Not at all.
I don't call just hi Lemon. I don't call just any Joe Blow, I meet on the street like a friend. I mean, I've actually, been around people for years and never called them my friend. Because I'm picky. I feel there has to be a certain level of trust before I call somebody a friend. And I should probably move this over here because I feel like I'm not looking at the camera, which I'm not.
That's definitely been my mistake.
Uh,
It's definitely been my mistake.
I don't trust people. So now when I
I trust
was
everyone. I trust everyone. That's my downfall. I do.
okay, so
Absolutely.
I will say this. When I back when I was younger, and in particular the beginning of high school,
Mhm.
so I was that person that like would do anything for anybody.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mhm.
And I made some friends in high school that um, definitely took advantage of that side of me.
Mhm.
And I guess because I learned so early, that people are not the nice thing that you would like for them to be.
Oh yeah. No. I agree with you.
I
Yeah.
guess I just I'm just really careful. I'm really careful about what I share with people. Um, if I'm sharing something with somebody I don't know, obviously it's not a sticking point for me or something that's, that important if they tried to use it against me or, whatever. But I can't say I can think of any one friend I've ever had that I really would consider fake, because the people that I have been around that have been fake, I've never called them friends.
Yeah. I can't be with you on that because I found out like years down the line, like literally years down the line, that actually they may not be the friends that I wanted them to be. And the thing is, I want so badly for them to be the friends that they should be. And I kind of I do everything I can to make that possible. And then I get really sadly disappointed, actually. And that's
Okay.
a shame. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, but don't you think that okay, so from what you just said to me, sounds like that's more of an issue of you see the potential in somebody.
That's my issue.
Well,
I
no,
know
this
that.
is what I'm saying though. So the way that you just described that
Yeah.
leads me to think, okay, so you see qualities in a person, you like them, you want to be friends with them, but
Yeah.
then it's, well, I have this expectation of what they should be. And I have to honestly say, I think that person will always fall short. Don't you think? So,
No. Oh my God. No. Oh my God. No. Absolutely not. I have tried so hard with some of my friends, and it's very, very no. Gosh,
no.
no.
I think you're misunderstanding what I'm saying.
Mhm.
Like, your expectation of them is up here, but their ability to perform to that level is not there. So maybe they're down here, right? Do you see what I'm saying?
No. I've had some real problems with. I can't. Okay, so I had a friend
I
called
know you
Joe.
can't say online. I
No,
understand that, but
no. This is years ago. I had a friend called Joe,
okay.
and she messaged me constantly, like all the time. And if I didn't answer her text within about 3 minutes.
Hi, not my verbiage. Hello at Loopy and panel. That must be somebody you
hello.
know. Is that somebody you know? Not my verbiage.
Yes. Hello. Hi. Hello. Yes. Hello. So where was I? Okay. So no. I had a friend a long time ago called Joe, and I know she's not on here, so it's fine. But I was brought down massively by her. Literally, if I did not answer her text within 3 minutes, she would verbally abuse me. She would say,
Oh, okay,
why are you not talking to me?
So
You don't
her
love me anymore."
expectations of you were too high.
Yes, exactly. It was. I've never had any expectations by anyone ever. I promise you. You know that. You know that.
Well, okay, so I will say this. So that's difficult. So when the other person has too much expectations of you, that is difficult. Okay, so I have a friend that I am still friends with, but our friendship is not what it used to be. And here has always been a sticking point for me, and I think this was where our friendship kind of had to take a different direction because we didn't agree on this point. And for me, it's an important point. So I am a firm believer that even though somebody doesn't do something to me, okay, but let's say they do it to somebody I'm close to. For instance, let's say somebody that Lori and I work with, okay, let's say that like she's friends with them, or I'm friends with them, and they do something horrific to her, okay, or something that I certainly don't approve of, something pretty drastic, okay. Like maybe they keyed her car, or they, got her in trouble at work, or, something like that. Okay, so to me, that action, even though that action wasn't taken against me, causes me to rethink that person and where they are in my life, right? And the reason being is it's like that old saying of guilt by association, right?
Yes,
so
absolutely.
if you're hanging around somebody like that, what does that make you? Because certainly you shouldn't approve of that kind of behavior, okay? So that's kind of what happened. It was one of those where, now I did make friends with this person over the internet back when, before like all this gaming online, and like it was back in the days of message boards. Do you remember that?
Oh,
where everything was message boards. The only way you talk to people was either message boards or instant messenger, like chat rooms, right? And how we became friends was I ended up going to bat for her because people were attacking her, and I wasn't about to put up with that. And so our friendship grew, and then I ended up going, we took a vacation and we went out there. This was even before my daughter was born, and visited with her, and we really hit it off. We started playing World of Warcraft together, and somebody that we ended up both I say befriending in a loose term, not that I ever considered this person my friend, but obviously my friend did to some extent.
I did.
Okay.
Sorry.
And no, that's okay. And exactly, not my verbiage. That person is showing you their true colors, and you will be treated as such at some point. Correct. I agree with that statement. So what happened was this person started trying to pit my friend and I against each other, like over Facebook. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And so she was saying things to me and then saying things to my friend and saying how, well, Kim's talking behind your back, then, a lot of which wasn't true that she was saying. She couldn't,
Yeah.
whenever I asked her, she's saying this about me, let me see the backup, right? Like she had nothing to show me. And I mean, your messenger comments are all right there. So all you'd have to do is clip it and save, send it to the person. And finally I went to my friend and I said, look, I'm done with this. I'm kicking her out of the guild. I'm like done. I'm done with her. I can't, I don't want to be around somebody like this. Right.
Mm-hmm.
And she's like, okay, yeah, I don't disagree. But then I still see them being friends on Facebook and this person commenting on her stuff. And, and I'm like, okay, so I can't comment on this stuff because this person's going to, start stuff with me. And so I had a conversation with her and I was like, I really don't appreciate this. And she's like, well, she didn't do anything to me. And I thought, well, her doing something to me should, be enough for you to rethink your position with her. And she absolutely wouldn't do that. So I completely unfriended her from everything for a while because I was just like, I'm not, she obviously is not willing to have this discussion. I don't understand this, but see,
You
to
said
me,
for a while. You said for a while.
yes.
So you got back in touch?
She contacted me a year later
Mm-hmm.
to apologize and tell me that she missed me and she still wanted to be friends with me.
Oh, that's really nice, though.
Well, see, and my thought is, why did it take you a year?
Yeah, that's true.
And, of course, it's not the same. It is not at all the same as it was.
Mm-hmm.
And it won't.
Well, no, it won't be.
Well,
It won't be.
no, because I will never take that guard down with her because
Right.
that's ridiculous. And to me, I don't understand. I'm not telling people they have to hate other people because they do something to you, but I don't know. To me, somebody trying to pit two friends against each other, there's some kind of insecurity there going on with that person. And how are you ever going to be able to trust them to not do that again later on?
I agree. Yeah, totally. I agree. And actually, in the end, you've got enough going on, haven't you? without worrying about stuff like that.
Yeah, I mean, and that's the other thing. I really don't understand. There are some people that spend so much time being fake, not only fake friends, but just being fake in general to other people online a lot, on YouTube a lot.
That's not real, though. Kim, YouTube is not real. That's what we have to remember.
Well, the problem is, though, Lisa, the people are real. That's the part that I think a lot of people don't understand. That person typing behind the keyboard, their name might be, I love rainbows, but there's actually a person behind that name.
I realize
right?
that. Yes,
And
I agree.
and so I don't think it's okay to act any differently online than you would act with the person that you meet in the grocery store. Like if you would.
Yeah, I agree with you. I know that I have met some absolutely amazing people through YouTube. I would not have met you. I wouldn't have met Laurie. I wouldn't have met any of the people that I've met through YouTube. But at the same time, we all have lives outside of it. We do. And I think sometimes there's a fine line. There's a fine line between it all, I think.
See, and first I want to say, not my verbiage says the trust would be gone. The trust, once they take it from you, is very hard to have the same trust again. I completely agree. Trust is a huge thing for me.
Yeah,
and I think that's why I have such a hard time with these people who are fake across the board.
Yeah.
So to me, and maybe it's just me, but I don't look at YouTube as, YouTube is like this other universe, kind of like the game universe I played a game in, right? Like, I don't
Yeah.
see that world as like another world that I live in sometimes, right? Like, that's not how I look at that. The people that I've met through that game, I mean, there's some of them I still talk to this day, right?
Mm.
Um, Granted, those people live all across the country, and no, like, they're not my best friends in the world, but we still communicate and talk, and hey, how you doing? How's your wife doing? I mean, just last night, somebody that used to be in my guild that totally misses me running a guild. I messaged him last night, hey, how you doing? And he's like, oh, fine, how are you doing? And I was like, how's your wife doing? And I said, well, I'm keeping you guys in my prayers, and like that kind of stuff. So
Yeah.
there is that socialization, and
Yeah.
humans want that socialization. So to
Of
me,
course. Yeah.
you can't say, okay, well, that's just the game, right? No, because there's real people behind those people that are, behind that computer screen. The same
Yeah.
way with YouTube. And quite honestly, to me, YouTube is even worse, the way that people act, in that, like, right now, you can see me waving my hands and everything else, and we can see Lori, and you're hiding yourself, and you don't even have a
I know.
picture
I'm
up.
sorry.
You don't even have a picture up. You just have a
Oh wow.
white sticky person.
How do I do that? I don't even know how I
I
do
don't know.
that.
You had a picture the other day of your grandma on there.
Let me. How do I do
Anyway,
that?
no, I don't want you to disconnect yourself. I'm just saying, though, like, you're seeing the person, you're seeing how they act. You can, read them, their verbal cues, their animated cues, whatever.
But you know who I am. I've spent lots of time with you, so you know who I am. I just need to. I should probably put myself on video, shouldn't I?
No, I'm fine. I was just messing with you. I'm, I'm just saying that this is a platform on which, see, like, when I'm playing the game, you don't see people's video in the game. Like, you're not seeing their face. You don't even have a
Yeah.
picture of them. All you see is the little character that they've made walking around in this, world that doesn't
Yes.
exist,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
But the conversations you have via text, typing text, and they're so hateful in there sometimes to people, and I don't understand it, because if those were people sitting next to you, in a library, you wouldn't be treating them that way, but yet you are. Well, this to me is even worse that people get that way, because, like, you're seeing the person. It's kind of like, I don't know if you have noticed this, but if you talk to somebody, well, via text, there's no inflection. You can't, like, read any feelings in it. It's
True.
literally
Yeah.
words on a piece of paper.
Sarcasm is out of the window.
Right.
Mhm.
Yes. Yeah.
But yet, if you talk to that person on the phone, right? You make a phone call and you talk to them on the phone, you can tell a little more about them.
Yeah.
If they were lying to you, you'd be more likely to be able to pick up on that, as opposed to them typing on the computer. Okay.
Yes, I agree.
But
Yeah.
then you add, FaceTime or video chat, and then you've taken that up another notch, right? So you're more likely to be able to get the visual cues along with, the sound cues,
Yeah.
as to if somebody's lying or not.
Yes. I
But
agree.
yet people still, get on here and lie to people's faces, and I really don't understand why.
Because they can.
Is it
Because
well,
they can. They can. They're behind. It doesn't matter to them, does it? Really? It doesn't.
no, obviously it doesn't, but that's a serious issue, don't you think?
A little self-centered, I
yes.
would say. If they're
So
Yeah.
if you think about it, and I've talked to Lori about this, if everybody, and you can throw out, religious views political views, all that kind of stuff. If you take it down to one thing and everybody would just live by the golden rule, can you imagine how people would get along at that point?
And behave better.
Yes, I agree. I
Because
agree.
people cannot seem to behave just because it's the right thing to do anymore. I
Mhm.
mean, used to,
Yeah.
okay, like used to when I was in school, you know, if you got getting in trouble in school is not what you were afraid of. What you were afraid of was you get in trouble at school,
And you
but
go
then
home.
they make a phone call to your parents, and by the time you get home, let me tell you, they've already got your lecture lined up, your punishment lined up. You know, like
Yeah.
you're doomed.
They
Yeah.
had time to
Yeah.
think it through.
And see, now we don't hold the kids accountable for their actions anymore.
Well, I went to a Catholic.
I
I
did
went to a
too.
convent. Yeah, so it was very different. I think my experience at the convent that I went to is very different to what a lot of people kind of go through. So yeah,
But
it
don't you
was
think that
different.
things were definitely more structured back when we were
Oh
growing
yeah,
up than now?
yeah, yeah, absolutely, yeah, yeah. But then the thing is, it was a private school. It was a convent, and it was private, and my parents paid for me to go there. So I can't really. I don't know. It's difficult to kind of align that with with people that didn't go to a private school and didn't go to a convent and didn't have the experiences we have. It's very difficult to align that because we've never experienced that, so we don't know, do we?
No, but don't
That's
you know people that are your same age or in your age range that, you know, grew up not going to a convent school? I mean, I know plenty of people that, you know, grew up here in the same area as me, in the same, you know, time period as me, that didn't go to Catholic school, that went to public school, and
yeah,
they, you know, they had similar punishments. The only difference was, you know, like the nuns could smack you on your behind.
yeah,
They
yeah,
you didn't have nuns in public school, so they didn't do that, right? But
yeah.
Oh,
here's the thing.
hey, wait. I went to public schools, and yeah, they kind of did every once in a while, depending on
Okay,
how
Well,
bad you were. Not
okay.
that I ever happened to me, because I was an angel.
please.
I'm sure you were.
No, honest to God. Okay, so that was fun. I was being funny. But I was always the one that was afraid to do anything wrong because I would be the one that would get in trouble. And I was what knew what would happen when I got
Oh,
home.
that
Well,
was so
that's just
you.
it, right? We all knew what
Laurie,
would happen.
you and I would have been best friends.
I mean, when
It,
I got home, that would have been it. And it's no sitting in the corner, let me tell you.
no, I would have I would have, you know, got my behind swatted. I
Mhm.
would have been sent to my room. I would have,
Mhm.
you know, been grounded for 2 weeks. I mean, come
Uh-huh.
on. Like we all had that, and now it's almost like, and I don't know if it's like this in England, but I feel like here that the government has really given the children more power than the parent, but yet you're the one liable for everything that they do.
Right.
And
Yeah.
when you can't keep them in line, you can't, you know, some kids are different than others. Some kids you tell them what to do and they just do it, and other kids not so much.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah, you're right.
And so,
Absolutely
you
right.
know, they tie your hands. So you
Yeah.
have two options. You either, you know, like follow the guidelines and your child ends up a hoodlum, or, you know, you don't follow the guidelines because you don't want your child to be a hoodlum and you try to
Mhm.
give them more structure, and
Yeah.
you end up, you know, with them taken away from you.
Oh, we've had Molly not my verbiage has been messaging.
I know.
Um the trust would be gone. That one's okay, yeah. So lots of messages. Be who you are. Being true to yourself is all you can be. Why be fake to you or anyone else? Break down of the family
Yep.
unit.
smacked my butt and
Smack my
grounded
butt
for sure.
and grounded
Yep.
for sure,
Mhm.
yeah. Can I
See,
just say,
and there's definitely a difference between, a smack on the behind with your parent's hand and, like a belt or,
Mm.
there certainly
Yeah.
is a difference there. But some kids need a little, whack on the behind every so often when they're certain ages.
We differ there. We differ there. Sorry, a little bit.
Maybe you were
Is that okay?
maybe you were lucky enough to have a kid that didn't need that.
Yes, I did. I think I might have done. I had two girls that I've never ever smacked ever.
See, now my so let me explain to you
Okay.
my children, right? So when my children were very little, like yelling at them, like don't touch the hot stove, like that stuff didn't work with them, right? But they were running around in their diaper a lot, right?
Yeah.
So if you swatted them, now this was my daughter, if you swatted her behind, which really you weren't doing anything but making a noise on her diaper, right? Like it startled her. It startled her. That noise startled
Okay.
her, to like, oh, I better pay attention because I
Yeah.
don't know. Now, my son, on the other hand, so, my parents did this to me and I did it with my kids, although I did it with my son and my daughter. And it was very funny because they were both very different. So my son, he would be doing something like across the room that he wasn't supposed to be doing. And I'd tell him to stop. And, he wouldn't stop. And I'd tell him again, you need to stop.
Yeah.
Or I'm going to smack your butt. And he'd just look at me and go on doing what he was doing. And I'd say, okay, this is your last warning. And I'm going to count to 3. And if I get to 3 and you're still doing that, I'm going to swat you on the butt. And so I would count and I'd get to 3 and he'd stand there, stick his butt out and start spanking his own butt.
Oh, bless him. Okay.
Now my daughter, here's what my daughter would do, right?
Uh-huh.
I would start counting. I'd go 1 and she'd go 2, 3, like that.
Oh.
You have to understand, my children are products of my husband and I, and both of us are very.
Absolutely. Oh my God. Do you know what? I would never say that. The problem for me was that I was kind of beaten really badly as a child. So you kind of go to the other extreme.
Oh, I see. Yeah,
You know what I mean?
I
You
got
kind of
spanked,
go-
but never
Yeah.
anything that. Yeah.
No. So I had a really difficult childhood. So I kind of went to the other extreme where I didn't want my children to experience what I had. And that's, that happens. That it doesn't mean anything about anybody else, or it's just kind of what you experience and what they experience. It's just, yeah, I don't know.
Not my verbiage said I never smacked my girls, never, but they knew that I had rules and there would be things taken away and staying in their rooms. I had very good girls. You did, because I'm going to tell you right now. Both of my children have done some really horrendous things. Now, my son, I didn't even find out about until after he was gone into the Marines.
Yeah.
But my daughter's 15 right now, and she feels it is her imminent job to torture me and never do what she's supposed to do.
Yeah.
Lori can vouch for me. My daughter
Yeah,
is a holy terror.
She is not exaggerating.
That's a 50. Yes, I've been there. I know that.
I mean, she found out, she goes, who's the third person? And I said it was Lisa. And she says, oh, does that mean I need to bring the snake out? Like,
Oh my God.
You experienced that the other night.
I love Sam. I love Samantha. I love her.
I love her too, but this time in her life and my life,
it's a power struggle.
Well, here's the thing. I think our timing is very bad because, I'm in the menopausal period and she's in the, knee deep in,
Oh no, you are
puberty.
not old. Seriously, you are not old enough to be in the
Yeah.
Seriously,
Yeah.
no,
Yeah.
no, you're not. You're not old enough. Please.
I'm
tell me you're not old-
46.
Yeah, that's not old enough. Surely.
Yeah, it
You're
is.
not menopausal.
Yes, I am.
No.
She's counting the days that it stops.
Really?
Yeah.
You're getting the hot flushes and everything.
Yep.
Really?
Yep.
Oh. You're too young. You're too young for that. That's too young. Surely.
It's all the hormones in our food.
Really? The hormones in you. What are you
That's
eating?
why girls. That's what they say. Girls they're hitting puberty so early, menstruating so early. They think that's what it is.
Are you sure? Seriously? Because
I'm
that's
the
very
same age
young.
as my mom. Yeah, I'm the same
Oh,
age as my
really?
mom.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Did you? Oh, I kind of forget that I'm on live. I'll talk to you later.
We kind of sidetracked, although
Yeah, we
it's still
did,
an
yeah.
interesting discussion. So not my verbiage says my girls are now 34 and 30, so they are all grown.
Oh, bless her.
Well, you're lucky because if I can make it, well, I made it through my sons, and luckily a lot of the stuff my son was doing I didn't know about till after the fact. However, my daughter, if we make it through, it's going to be quite the miracle.
Can I just say something?
Yeah.
I need a wee. I need a wee.
You don't have to just mute yourself and go.
Yeah, can I do that? Is that all right?
Yeah.
Can I do that? Okay, carry on. I'll be back in a sec.
Okay.
Carry on one sec.
We kind of got sidetracked there.
We did get a little sidetracked, but I mean, we're keeping it real,
Hello?
not faking it.
You're still there.
I forgot to ask Samantha to feed them. Did she
gone?
leave or is she still in there?
Am I gone?
Her
No,
room.
you're still there, Lisa.
Oh no. Okay, right, hang on. One sec.
Just don't take us to the bathroom with you. Goodness gracious. Okay, so why do you? Okay, we'll go back to the fake people and the fake friends, right?
Mm-hmm.
So why do you think that people pretend to be something they're not? I do think part of it is because they can get away with it when it comes to like this online crap.
Oh, are you talking about like YouTube?
Just in general, anybody.
Well, I think some people do it because they're so unhappy with their life, and that's a way to, either act superior, like maybe they're in a very bad relationship, let's call it, and that's their way to show some superiority and not be
I'm live. No, I did not.
I thought he was commenting about me.
I did say something to her. That's why I was like, I was trying to let him know. Next thing you know, he'll be walking in here and he doesn't have a shirt on, and somebody will say, "You got a half-naked man walking across your screen."
Yes. Anyways, people, I think sometimes they just don't like who they are. So they kind of, fake it.
Not my verbiage says living their best life in a fake way. Yeah, and I think that a lot of it has to do with insecurity.
Yes.
I think a lot of people are driven by insecurity and fail to acknowledge that they're insecure. I also think that, people are egotistical and, their ego can be based on other people's
Making other people,
opinions of themselves, and the whole keeping up with the Joneses thing.
Yeah.
I don't really approve of that either.
It's just a shame.
So one of the other things that came to mind, and I just wrote down one word, and it was drama. Okay.
Oh God. Yeah.
But don't you think that this whole topic, particularly on YouTube, causes an extreme amount of drama that is unnecessary?
Yes. Because people take things the wrong way. You could say, well, we had that discussion before too.
Right.
Just when they don't know, you don't know somebody, and you don't know that they're joking or being sarcastic or whatever, and they just take it upon them, right to heart that you're almost, picking on them for.
You know,
what I mean?
Okay, we'll use me as an example. Okay.
Oh, use me.
Because I am really sarcastic.
Me
and I
too.
apologize. I apologize for the dogs barking. I don't know what's going on in there. But I feel like one of the dogs got taken out and the others
and the other
didn't.
ones didn't.
That sounds like my lemon in there yelling because Skylar
went outside. Yep. Dad, you forgot me.
Yeah, and there's nothing I can do to stop that at this moment. But it'll stop as soon as the other one comes in and he goes out. Shoot! Now he made me lose my train of thought.
You were going to talk about drama.
Oh my gosh, I'm getting too old. Losing my mind. So, God, what was the last thing you said about? Oh, we were going to use me as an example for sarcasm, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So, I am extremely sarcastic. And I actually am pretty sarcastic in written form, too.
Mm-hmm.
But usually I try to let people get to know me before I walk down that road too much. I feel like you kind of have to, because you don't want people to take it the wrong way. Or, some people, maybe you don't care, so you just say it anyway, and then you go, well, I was just messing around.
Mm-hmm.
My daughter does that to me. I was just messing with you, Mom. Okay, well, you don't get that option. Well, Dad does it. Well, Dad gets to do that. You don't. Kind of thing. But I typically, I usually try to let people get to know the fact that I have this kind of crazy sense of humor. And hello, are you done?
Yes, thank you.
You're welcome. We're talking about being sarcastic. We actually, what we went to was one of the words that I wrote down based on this fake people and fake friends thing was just one word, and it was drama, right? And how this whole acting fake causes so much extra drama that's unnecessary.
Yeah. Absolutely, yes. I agree. Totally. Yeah, I agree.
My daughter.
What? In the end, it's not worth it, really, is it? We've all got our lives. We've all got stuff going on. It's not worth it in the end.
I agree. I think so. My daughter, when she was very little, she had the greatest kind of outlook on life. Oh, not my verbiage. Sorry. It says, thank you, ladies. Been a good chat. Have to run. Daughter's partner's birthday. So sorry, but have to run. Enjoy your evening. You too. Thank you for stopping by, and please don't be a stranger.
Yes, definitely. Oh, hit the like, subscribe, do what else? Subscribe, all of that.
You're so out of practice, you don't remember.
no.
subscribe, like, hit the bell, and share out.
Yeah, do all that. Thank
Is that
you.
the whole spiel we're supposed to give?
Thank you so much. So good to see you. Thank you. Thanks for popping in.
It seems we have 7 people in here. Let's see if
Yeah.
let me
I know,
see if
I saw
anybody
that.
else wants to join us.
Yeah, I saw that. I saw there's 7 in. Hello, everybody. Hello. Come
So
and say hi.
Much better.
I do think that I don't know. For me, YouTube is a hobby. It's a different way of socializing with people.
Yeah.
It's a way of, like just recording things that maybe you want to look at later, or I mean, there's all kinds of things. Basically, it's a hobby though, and even for people who it's like their job.
Yeah.
Like they earn their living this way. I don't really think that at the end of the day, drama is in their best interest. So
No, I agree.
I really okay. So I understand if you have a drama channel that's your focus, but I've even seen, drama channels that even though they're about drama, there's still a reasonable set of rules that kind of they work around,
Yeah.
which I think is smart. I think that at the end of the day, I don't think anybody should be allowed to, lie and slander and on anybody
Totally.
else
Yeah.
in such an open platform that it's
Yeah,
it's
I
almost
agree.
worse than the news media doing a local news media doing a story on you that's untrue, right? Like YouTube is reaching, the possibility of reaching so many people over a period of time all around the world. I think people just really should be more responsible of how they're acting.
Yes, I agree. Totally. Absolutely, totally. Because in the end, the only reason that I ever came on YouTube in the first place was for fun. It was to have
Right.
fun. It was
Right.
to meet you. And I've met some amazing, I have to say, I have met some amazing people. Literally amazing. And that's incredible. And I would never, go back on that. But sometimes it can be hard. It can be hard. It's difficult. There are always going to be issues. There's always going to be people that.
Don't you think though that you can? Okay, so maybe this goes back to the whole friendship thing and
Yeah.
where people rank in your hierarchy of people, right? So at the end of the day, most people, it's like this small circle, and those are really the people that matter, right? Because those are the people you're closest to in your life.
Yeah.
Okay. And then, you kind of have an outer ring outside of there of people that, you interact with all the time that, yeah, you would drop stuff to go and do stuff for them. And okay. And then, as people get further out, they're kind of, this sounds kind of harsh, but they're less important to you, right? So they're not, not that you don't care about them. It's just that their importance doesn't rank as high as these other people.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah.
I think that maybe if more people would understand that, for instance, if you're a YouTuber and you have this following, okay?
Yeah.
How many? Okay, let's pick a number. Let's say you have 5,000 subscribers. Okay.
Okay.
Let's say out of those 5,000 subscribers, you have 150 people that normally come to one of your live streams.
Yeah.
You have a consistent 150 people. Okay.
Yeah.
So then you take that 150 people, and what, out of 150 people, maybe you have 10 moderators, right?
Mhm.
Okay. So you kind of already have that hierarchy going on, right? Because your subscribers are out here because, it's 5,000 people, but you're not interacting individually with those 5,000 people, right?
Okay.
So then you've got your 150 people that come to your lives all the time, which you're getting more interaction with because they're chatting and you're reading their, what they're writing in the chat, and you're answering their questions or, interacting with them that way, right?
Mhm.
But then you have your moderators who, you kind of let them know how you want to handle your streams and, what to do if trolls come in and all that kind of stuff, right?
Mhm.
And then out of those 10 people, you might have one of those people that you're actually like really good friends with, right?
Yeah.
So I think it's kind of the same way with everybody else. I think the problem is everybody is so busy out there wanting to say, oh my gosh, look at all these friends I have. They do it on Facebook too, right? How many
Yeah.
friends do you have? I don't know how many friends I have. I honestly couldn't tell you how many friends I have on Facebook.
No, me neither. No, no, I'm the same.
I have no idea.
Yeah.
You know, now subscribers, I do have a better idea of that because everything you look at tells you, when you're looking to see, did people like this thing that I did or that thing that I did? It's staring you at the face. But out of those subscribers, you don't know, like, right now it says I have 6 people watching. You don't
I
know which 6
know.
people there is because they're not
Say
chatting,
hello.
right?
Say hello. Come and say hello, please.
So,
That'd be amazing.
but but yet there are people out there, and I see this as myself being in the audience of, larger YouTubers. There are people in that audience who, in the stream, they might make comments and they get acknowledged, or, they watch a video and at the end of the video they make a comment, and the YouTuber, like hearts their thing and maybe replies to them. And then you have, on the other hand, you have people, so they get all giddy and they're like, "Oh yeah, I'm like best friends with this YouTuber," and then on the other hand, you have somebody else who's like, "I have sent you 5 emails and you have not responded to any one of them." Now,
Yeah.
let's say this YouTuber has 30,000 followers.
Yeah.
Well, how do you know it's just not that, they're trying to go from some sort of importance? So maybe they're like looking at, okay, let's say I'm, talking about this subject. So let me search in my emails and see if anybody else is asking me about this or has information that they're sending me about this.
Mhm.
So maybe you're way, people do not, Lemon, you are not being nice.
Oh, it's lemon. Oh my god, I love lemon.
um, I don't understand. People get mad. I've been in a YouTuber's live before, that I frequent as much as possible. The time of the streams do not really coincide with my schedule, but I've been in the chat numerous times where there are people that say, "I have messaged you 3 times in here and tagged you and you have not responded." Okay, I don't think the thing that they understand is when you have 500 people in a chat,
Mm.
like things are scrolling like this, and as the person who is running the live stream,
Yeah.
not only are you looking at that and the people in your stream, but you got other stuff going on your computer that maybe you're looking up or you're
Mhm.
trying to check come on. You're only one person.
Well, yes, exactly. Yeah, I agree. I agree.
And yet you have these people, they get really mad because they've got this impression, of you that you're like their best friend in the whole wide world, and you honestly may not even have any clue who they are. Yeah, you know their screen name, You know what kind of questions they ask you. Yeah, they've, like when a YouTuber gets so big, you can't be friends with all your subs. It just doesn't work that way.
It's so weird, Kim. It's so weird because when I started out, um, I never expected anything ever. That was I never expected anything, and I've got people that are on my streams now that have been there from the very beginning. They're amazing. Um, but I think you literally get like one video that kind of shoots you off into oblivion. And it's just one. It takes one. Just takes one video.
Right.
That's it. And that's what happened. I had this video, and it kind of just like escalated. But I did it for me. It was nothing to do with anyone else. It was literally for me. I
Right.
was enjoying it, and that's it. That's all
See,
it's ever been.
and I have to be honest, I've watched some people's YouTube channel grow, and when I did a lot of research before I started mine.
Yeah.
I think my biggest fear was at some point you're going to grow, and usually at some point you grow faster than you're ready for.
Yeah.
So I wanted to be prepared for that, whether it happened in the first year or the 10th year, right?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, because at the end of the day, one of the things, this is kind of funny, one of the things they tell you is you should pick basically one topic, one subject, one thing, and that's what you should do your channel on.
Yeah.
But like, I'm not really that narrow-minded. So I can't run a channel for each thing that I like to do, right? So it has to be on one. And so my whole thing was, well, you know what? People are either going to be here for me or not, and that's it. I don't care.
Exactly.
Exactly. If you're not here, right, if you're not here for me, then go find whatever it is you're looking for.
Exactly. Yeah, for sure. Absolutely.
I don't understand. I mean, I was listening to not a new YouTuber, but a new YouTuber for me that I have never listened to before earlier, and I saw some people making comments in the chat, in the live chat, saying, well, so and so says that they'll come on to talk with you, but only if you promise not to do this or this or this. And I thought, well, screw them. It's that person's, live stream. You don't get to set the rules like that. Yeah. I mean, you don't get to go to the jail and say, okay, I'm turning myself in, but only if you don't handcuff me in the back, and I get to go to the bathroom and smoke a cigarette first. Like, you don't get to do that. Like, you don't get to set the rules.
Yeah, I agree.
So I have a question, because I am the novice here. Mm-hmm. Let's face it. So I've been on a lot of Kim's videos, but like, do people, but I've watched some where I would really like to know the answer to this, because it irritates me and I end up leaving the video. Because, it's like somebody, okay, so there's like a panel, we have like 3, sometimes they have like 6, and one person, not the host of the channel,
right,
starts talking and like veering the conversation to them to try to get their channel more. I may not be saying this properly because, again, novice.
Right.
So, as a host, do you tell them to go fly a kite?
Oh my God, I've never done that, have I?
No.
I'm not talking about you.
Me, are you?
She's talking about other channels that she's watched, Lisa.
Okay.
Because it just irritates me. I'm going, you're supposed to be like talking to someone nicely, and you're just like drawing it now that is that
I'm
drama?
gonna tell you. I'm gonna tell you, and then Lisa is more than welcome to give her insight on this. My view is, to me, at all times, the live stream is up to whose channel it is. Okay.
Yeah.
So if that person wants to allow it, that's fine. So, like, for instance, I have Lisa on the panel. I know Lisa has a channel. If Lisa told, somebody that came into the chat, hey, go subscribe to me, that's fine. As a
I've
matter of
never
fact,
done that.
no,
I've
but look at
never
this.
done
As a
that.
matter of fact,
Yeah.
I actually have a Nightbot command that will bring up Lisa's channel. Okay.
Oh, look at you.
So, I hope that's the one. I hope that's what it is.
No,
I don't know.
no.
I don't know if it's Loopy. Yeah,
No.
see? Visit
That's
my
not-
friend Loopy Lisa, and there's her channel, right? Okay.
That's not word. Come on.
No. Lisa,
Ever.
that I'm just showing this example, right? So
Okay.
this is, to me, it's up to the person whose channel it is. But
Well, that's what
I
I
also, as somebody watching, I also don't like it when I feel like, it's one thing if the host or whoever's channel it is says, oh, that was just, Loopy Lisa that left, everybody, if you wouldn't mind, go give her some love and subscribe to her channel. Or if you're closing out your live and you say, okay, everybody should go raid so-and-so because, they're going live or they're already live. And so you have some place to send people. Those are okay. What I don't like, as a viewer of somebody's channel, or if it was my own, is somebody going, well, the other night I was, and then, like, talking about their last 5 streams they had, and all this stuff,
Yeah,
trying to get people interested in, people are going to watch you on somebody else's stream. And if they're interested and you have your name up, like, our names are up here. So, like, Lisa has Loopy Lisa and I have WhiteTiger Unplugged, and every person's that I've ever gone on, it says WhiteTiger Unplugged. Why? Because if somebody wants to look me up on YouTube, they can.
Yeah.
I'm not going to sit there and go, hey, everybody come visit me. I'm trying to, get more subs.
I need to clarify. The reason I'm here is I blooming love you guys. I have so much fun with you. You make me laugh, and that's it. That's it.
See, and that's the thing I like. If I could have, well, now we can have 10 people up here because I pay for mine, right? So I can have 10 people up here on panel. Like, it gets chaotic with 10 people, I'm sure. And at that point, I would be having to mute everybody so that everybody could take turns. However, I think the more people that can have a good discussion that you can get on a panel, the better off it is. And even better if you have people with differing views who can have a civil discussion. I mean, like, at this point, I'm pretty sure that I already know the things. Well, for you, Lori, I know the things you and I don't agree on. But there's even a lot of things I know that Lisa and I don't agree on. That doesn't mean you can't have a conversation about it, and that doesn't mean that they're gonna. You have to trust that they're not gonna get up on your panel and start some kind of havoc. And if they do, I mean, it's just like one button and you deal with it.
So you can, like, throw them out.
Absolutely.
Okay.
I can mute them. I can whatever. Yeah, I can do what I want. Yeah. The problem is, okay, I'm going to give a vague example, but some people may pick up on who I might be talking about, and I can't really help that. But it's not Lisa, right? Okay.
It's not.
I'll start out with it. It's a YouTuber that has a very decent size community. Okay. Subscriber amount. I mean, there are some that I go to that's like 500,000 and 1 million, and I'm not even going to touch that kind of craziness. But if you open up for discussion, or open up, to do some kind of activity, okay,
Mhm.
I, you kind of you kind of have to know that you're likely going to have an issue, particularly if you get trolled at all, right? And even I, with my little bitty channel with hardly anybody, I have had troll. I mean, you've seen them. I've had ridiculous trolls. I find them amusing because, like, they're not here to troll me because they're attacking me because I did something horrible or anything else. They're just like,
Oh,
craziness.
you've never done anything horrible, so that's their issue, not yours.
Well, that's just what you think. No,
Still their issue. It's their
but
issue.
but if you as the host have to have some sort of parameters that you expect people to abide by, whether or not you verbally express them. But I mean, most people, they want everybody to be, respectful to each other. They don't want people talking over each other. They don't, like normal things.
Yeah.
The problem is some people do not take hold of their channel or their stream when it kind of starts to go awry. Okay.
Right.
I actually watched a live on a channel where the person called up, didn't want anybody coming up on her panel that agreed with her. She only wanted people who disagreed with her to come up and have a civil conversation with her. Okay. And there was somebody who got up there and started being all whiny and crazy and yelling, and she just kept throwing them in the backstage, and then would ask them a question and bring them back. And I thought that's exactly how you handle those kind of people, right? If you want to try to have the discussion with them, but they can't seem to get out of their craziness, you throw them backstage. Nobody can see them. Nobody can hear them. You can get out what you want to say, and then you can let them come out. And if they continue on, you throw them back in there or kick them off or whatever you want to do.
Yeah.
The problem is, I think that too many YouTubers who are monetarily dependent on their channel for some or all of their income are less likely to do that because, as I'm sure Lisa and other, YouTubers can attest to, if you've ever seen any kind of exodus on somebody's channel, it's always a chunk of people. They don't like one person doesn't just leave. It's like, depending on how big your channel is, it could be 50, 100, 200 people all leaving at one time.
Yes.
And for somebody who is monetarily dependent on their income. Now, if those people aren't anybody that gives super chats or subscribes, or joins whatever that thing, the membership, or, gives them Patreon money or anything like that, then that could be perfectly fine. But they don't know who might leave if they, you know what I mean? So I think that unfortunately, too many YouTubers who are dependent on that money let things get a little too crazy.
Yes, that's what scares me. That's why I'm so glad that I have my actual job. Because I have no Patreon.
Oh my gosh.
I have nothing. And I do it because I love it. And that's how it started.
Right.
That's how it started. I did it because I enjoyed it. That was it. And that's how it is now.
Right. See, I always want to be able to do what I want to do. If I want to play World of Warcraft tonight when I stream, then that's what I want to do. If I want to talk about this purple person I saw walking down the street and how in the world did their skin get purple, like I want to be able to I don't want anybody feeling they get to dictate to me, because there are people that go, well, I give you money.
But it's not. You see, for me, it's not a financial thing at all.
Well, no,
not.
I know,
It's
but for some people
impossible.
it is. Oh my gosh, why
No.
the cloudy eyes?
It's
He's
huh?
gonna shed.
What?
Is
Your
the
friend
snake
is here.
visiting?
Yep. Yeah, Lisa's friend is here.
Who? Cloudy Eyes. I don't know anybody called Cloudy Eyes. Who's
Lisa.
Cloudy Eyes? What?
Bring him like behind me here so she can see.
the
Oh.
reptile.
Don't bring him in my face.
Is that Samantha?
Mhm.
Don't
that
let him touch
Samantha?
me. You see?
Holy cow!
Do you know
Look
what?
how
I'm more
big he's
excited.
gotten. Oh,
I'm more excited. Seriously, I'm a big fan of Samantha.
She's a big
Is
fan
that-
of yours,
I really am.
Lisa.
ugh.
She's smiling.
Is
Look
she
how big
really?
fat it is.
Oh my goodness.
You do. My fan base is becoming your fan base.
No, seriously, I'm a massive fan of Samantha's. Huge fan.
She's a huge fan of yours.
All right, time to go. Tell her to go. Tell her to go. Yeah, yeah.
Samantha, don't. Oh, golly.
Oh my
Don't.
goodness. You know what I mean?
Don't encourage her, Lisa.
I'm sorry.
Now, go pick that all up.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Ew.
You knew that had to happen. You better keep him away. I will stab somebody. I have a pen. I'm willing to use it.
Oh.
I'm sure your father told you to do it. And I'm going to ask him. And then when he says, no, I didn't tell her to do it.
Please, Kim, will you say hi to Sam for me?
I already have.
Thank you.
Oh, look at Skylar wants to eat it.
She just sniffed it and I ran off.
She nipped it and ran off?
No, sniffed.
Oh, sniffed it and ran off. Oh, well, I don't know what it
Oh,
smells like,
I
but you need to
love
keep it
her.
away from me.
I love her. You've got the best daughter in the world. She's amazing.
Would you like for me to send her to you for a couple years?
Yes, please.
Oh yeah, that would last
I'd
a
be
week.
happy with that. I'd be happy with that.
You'd be happy with that?
Yeah.
Oh, dear God.
Yeah,
That
think
snake
s-
is amazing.
I think
She ha-
Sky wants a
that
snack.
snake is amazing. Oh my goodness, so
I think Sky
beautiful.
wants to play with
And
it.
I do not like snakes at all, but that snake is beautiful.
That snake is beautiful. She
In
doesn't
its
like snakes
cage.
either.
No,
In
I do
its
not.
cage. Oof.
Yeah, I don't like snakes. I do not like
You just
snakes,
like seeing
but
them on my
that's
camera.
Mhm.
Yes. Yeah, it's safe. It's all good.
It's not safe for me.
No,
Hi,
that's true.
babies. Hi, babies.
She's asking me what
Ow!
she wants to do.
Skylar's over here wanting some love, and Lemon's on my lap. Gizmo's on the camera. So I don't know. I don't know if we can solve this problem, but I kind of wish people would just act right.
I agree.
Here, this is a stretch.
I'm with you. Absolutely with you there.
It's not on camera, so nobody could see how far it's stretched out.
Oh my goodness. I can't see. I'm on my phone. Hang on. Let me just click on my pad.
You can't see him anyways.
She's not over here.
Oh, I can see Lemon. Oh, I can see Lemon. Oh my God, I love Lemon.
Lemon's in my lap. That's Gizmo.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I see the snake. Oh, wow.
It's enough to give you nightmares.
No. It's beautiful.
Yep. Right around my neck.
Beautiful.
She's going to strangle my daughter for me.
Cool.
He's going to strangle my daughter for me.
Okay, I need to tell you, my best friend who is a veterinary nurse. She had died actually about 2 years ago. Had a Burmese python.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, yeah.
And that was scary. That was really scary.
Yep.
Because she had the tank in the room, and she had a big house, and the tank that the snake was in my room.
Oh no.
Yeah. Oh my goodness, that was scary. And apparently, this Burmese python, and it was huge. It was huge. Had escaped a couple of times, so yeah, that was quite scary.
No, thank you.
I wonder what they eat
But I don't.
when they get
Yeah,
that big.
mice. She fed it mice. I can remember her.
I would think it'd need a rabbit.
She put mice in the microwave. Seriously.
Yeah, were
That-
they frozen? Because you have to warm them up so they can heat seek them out.
They were frozen. Yeah.
Mhm.
And she put them in all I remember is her putting them in the microwave, and then sticking them in the tank, and this snake eating them.
Well, my daughter's snake will only eat live food.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Okay.
So we have to buy live rats.
Oh, wow. Okay. So can you see them being eaten?
Yes.
Yeah, I'm not sure I could deal with that, actually. I'm not sure.
I don't deal with that.
Yeah.
That was the deal when I allowed her to get the snake.
Yeah.
I was not dealing
Yeah.
with that.
Yeah. No, I'm not sure.
And then
That's it. Yeah.
you had to let Troy get one.
But at the same time, I can't deal with it. But it's nature, isn't it? In the end,
It is nature.
it's nature.
So you want to pet him?
It is.
Yeah.
I am not going to pet him. No.
Right here?
No.
No.
No. No.
No.
Nope. Not interested.
Oh.
Samantha, get his head away from me.
That's the only thing I have, though. The rest of it's
Oh my goodness! I can hear her, and oh, I'll tell you what, I love I miss your accent so much. I told you this before.
Well, you shouldn't go away for so long, I guess.
No, I know. I could go to sleep just listening to you talking. That's a good thing. That's not a bad thing.
Oh my gosh, I'm putting her to sleep.
No, that's not what I mean at all. It's just I just love your accent. It's just amazing.
Well, I love English accents, so that's fine. We can listen to each other's accents.
Yes. Okay. I'm happy with that. That's good. Somebody told me the other day that I sound royal. Somebody said that. I don't think I sound royal.
People say that all the time about your accent. I think it does sound more that way than not.
No, I can't see that at
like
all.
the proper English.
That was weird. Please do an English accent. Try and do that.
Me?
Now.
Try to do an English accent?
Yeah, go on, yeah.
No, I can't really try to do an English accent. No.
No,
I have to be very off the cuff when I do sounds and noises and no.
Laurie, you still there?
I'm not. No way.
You were very quiet for a second.
I can do Boston. Park the car.
Park the car.
Try, please try a British accent, please. That'd be amazing. Try.
No.
No.
I don't think I could.
Try. Go on.
No, I don't think I've ever tried that. You know, I can go southern. I can go the different parts of the United States, but foreign, no, I'm not that talented.
Well, I'm not foreign.
You are foreign.
You're across the pond. Anything on the other side of the pond.
Okay. So you're not going to even try?
Lori, have you ever watched that program called Keeping Up Appearances?
Oh, yes.
Oh, are you talking about Bouquet?
Yes,
Yes!
Bucket.
Oh,
Mrs.
Yeah.
Bucket.
Mrs. Bucket.
No,
I-
it's Bouquet.
I love that show.
well, do you know what? I have to tell you, this is quite funny because my maiden name was Coquel. Okay. Not now. My maiden name was Coquel, but everybody called me Cockle. Literally, everybody called me Cockle. I'd be in the doctor's surgery. Hello, Miss Cockle, right? It was Coquel. And every time I tried to tell people I was Coquel,
Do
they
what?
go, "Oh, you're Hyacinth Bouquet, then,
Okay.
aren't you?" And I'm like, "No, no, that's my name. It was a friend. It was French." But anyway,
Is that
so
show
it's
still
very
on, or
fun.
is it just that in repeats?
No.
The
That's
Keeping
been
Up
ages
Appearance.
ago,
Is it?
yeah.
I
Yeah.
just love that show.
Oh, it's amazing. Amazing. What was he called? What was the guy called? Ainsworth or Ainsley or something, wasn't he?
Ainsley,
I don't know, but
think.
that was hilarious, that show. That and Red Dwarf, they're like my favorites.
Oh my god, I love Red Dwarf. Did you ever see One Foot in the Grave?
No.
Oh my goodness. I tell you what, Kim, I will send you some videos of One Foot in the Grave. You would love them. If you like Keeping Up Appearances and Red Dwarf, you will love One Foot in the Grave. It's amazing.
Okay.
It's amazing. Yeah, I will send you some videos.
Okay.
Definitely. So cool. So cool. So good.
Well, we're almost at the hour-and-a-half mark, so I think we've I don't feel like I need to vent anymore. So I
I'm
think we're
so
good.
glad.
Is that a good
I have
thing?
plenty of other things to vent about.
Yes, she does.
Oh, okay.
Another chat.
Another
Okay.
time, another day, another lie. Turn in next time.
Oh, are you working tomorrow?
Yes, every day, Monday through Friday.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Are we calling it a night?
We are calling it a night.
Okay.
It's been a wonderful chat.
It
I
really
appreciate
has.
both of you joining me and everybody
Thank
else who was in the
you.
chat, even though
Yeah.
only seems like only one person chatted with us. But I would like to give a shout out to Not My Verbiage for joining us.
Yes,
And
absolutely. Yeah.
so now we have to go through the, standard things. So
Hit the likes.
yeah, hit the likes and subscribe and the bell and share it out.
I've just liked. So all good. Yeah. Share. Like.
One of these
Okay.
days, I'll just get a little animation and I'll be able to play it at the end and I don't have to mess with it anymore.
Good
because
idea.
I hate doing that. All right. Thank you guys for coming. Everybody have a wonderful night. I'll catch you all later. God bless.